What's up, guys? It's been a little over a week now since I picked up the 350Z, and since then I did pick up a few things that we're going to put on the car today, including a new rear hatch that's pearl white because the one that's on the car is obviously in pretty rough shape. So that's going to change the car quite drastically. And then the guy that I bought the hatch from also had these panels in pearl white, but he wants 175 bucks a piece, which actually isn't too bad because I looked them up on eBay and some people are asking like 300 per side. So I may get those. If not, then I got to paint the roof anyway. So an extra hour of sanding, I can paint those too, and it'll be a lot cheaper. I also picked up some cats, not OEM ones, but hopefully they do the job and get rid of my check engine light and make the thing a little less drony and loud. I also picked up these $60 on eBay, so I'll throw those in. That'll make the interior a little bit cleaner. Also picked up a new ashtray that's not broken, the one that's currently in the car. Doesn't stay shut, and when you hit bumps it just flips open, so I'm gonna throw this in. I also bought the battery cover that goes over there to match this side, so I'm gonna throw that on. I also got this to go there. The logo's a little rough, so I might try to strip that off and maybe put some vinyl wrap on it, but we'll see. So real quick before we get into the 350, I just want to show you guys something that I finally got in the mail for both of the 240s. So I'm going to go ahead and get that open. So obviously we got some new calipers for the 240. These are CTSV 4-piston calipers. I had them powder coated, but you can see they kind of arrived in rough shape here. USPS is horrible, and these things have gone all over the place before they came to me. So who knows how they were handled, and the box is a little destroyed here. Wow, look at that. That's disappointing. My girlfriend just got black. Which now has some yellow on it. And then these will use 350Z rotors. Just for a quick comparison, there is the tiny factory 240SX caliper, and obviously it looks bigger because it's closer than the other caliper, but you get the point. That should work a lot better. And then obviously I got it to match cage and my valve covers, bash bars, everything else. So one more piece for the 240, but now let's get working on the 350. All right, so I guess the first plan of action would be pull down the headliner so we can get to the bolts. There goes that pin. Alright, now I gotta unplug the wiring harness yet. I'm assuming they're 12mm. Alright, hopefully when I take this last nut off, the trunk doesn't decide to just lift off the roof. Oh, yeah. I don't really feel comfortable with that. I probably need to close this so it's not putting tension on the hinge. I need to go in the car and get it off the rest of the way. I'll be back. I got it. Yep. Whoa. This thing's pretty heavy. I got it. So there's the old one next to the new one, so it's gonna look a lot better. Hopefully I can pick it up and set it down on here without hurting myself or the hatch. So I'm pretty sure these are also flipped and not in the right orientation, and that's why the hatch was sticking up higher than the roof line. So I'm gonna flip those while I'm doing this, but I still need to get new gas shocks because these are shot. But I'm gonna get the new hatch onto the car and get everything started. Oh my God, almost died. This thing weighs probably a good 120 pounds, I'm gonna guess. There we go. All right, let's flip these things around real quick. Now, it should line up with the roof. So we're on day 2. Last night when I got the hatch put on, my phone was pretty much dead and the sun was almost down, so I couldn't get any good shots of it. But today we're just gonna finish up with the small stuff, and at the end of the video we'll throw the work wheels on and see how it looks. It's like a 2-inch freaking wood screw they got holding the ashtray in. Nice. Oh yeah. Now this won't flop open when I'm driving. So here it is with the work wheels on. Just went to a warehouse down the street from my house to get some pictures. Definitely rides different with the 40 sidewall versus 35 sidewall, and feels a little bit slower with, I mean, obviously they're heavier wheels, heavier tires, so, but the fitment is pretty good. This is a 10.5 plus 12 in the rear and a 9.5 plus 12 in the front. So these are just going to be temporary. I have a set of Kansai wheels on order. So once the Kansai wheels come in, I'm going to take the work wheels off and put the Kansai wheels on, but they are pretty similar specs, so I'll have an idea of how it's going to look. But the Kansai wheels are a 10.5 plus 12, which is the same exact as what I'm running right now in the rear. And then I'm still deciding between a 9.5 plus 22 or a 9 plus 12. So if I do a 9 plus 12, I'll have to probably run a spacer, like a 1/2-inch spacer, to get what I have right now with the 9.5 plus 12. So I don't know, we'll see. But at least these wheels are getting used because they've been sitting on the 240 for the last 6 months or so, and they probably won't get used for another year. So I figured I'll throw them on the Z, and it'll look better than the Kansai wheels that were on it because they were too small. I also threw the front bumper on with just some zip ties, but it's also temporary because that needs to be painted. The side skirts need to be painted, and some of the roof needs to be painted, but it's looking better. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.